It's Christmas Day and it's time for the best part about Christmas, which is of course the parkrun. I'm at Camperdown again in Dundee. I was here just 2 days ago and I thought I'm going to make a point of probably filming more videos than usual. Just after a recent injury, I want to kind of record my progress from not being able to run to hopefully being able to run like I used to. So on Saturday there, 2 days ago, I ran this in 27:30, which is my slowest parkrun in 4 years. It's quite funny looking at my graph of all my times, because you can see a dramatic dip after the COVID sort of hiatus of parkrun, because I just started running more and more during COVID, so I got faster. And then you can see a bit of a sort of decrease in my times. When I got slower, the times got higher, if that makes sense. In October last year, when I got COVID, immediately followed by a knee injury, then I got gradually about back to normal, or what I had been before the injury and COVID anyway. And then earlier this year, I think I pushed myself a bit too hard doing some hill reps and I got injured again. So I was just recovering from that one when I got my next injury when I fell. So there's a few kind of visible increases in my time, but then last week there's just a massive spike. But it's fine. Like I said, one of my slowest in a long time. I think it was in the 8th percentile for my park runs, but it was one of my favorites because with this injury I didn't know how long it was going to take until I could run and to what extent I'd be able to run again. Sounds a bit dramatic when I say it like that, but I just didn't know. But everything seems to still be improving. My warm-up jog just before I filmed was even better than it was on Monday, so just the difference in 2 days is noticeable. So hopefully I can manage today faster than Saturday. If not, no big deal, because it would be nice. I suspect I will, partly just from being a little bit more used to running again, and also the conditions today look much nicer than Saturday. That was very wet. I think it's still going to be pretty wet today, but not as bad. Some of the aftermath of Storm Babbitt, I think it was. The Camperdown was off for 3 or 4 weeks. There's a few sections of the path. Well, one section was completely ruined, so that's been redone. Part of the hill's been sort of resurfaced, it's stones instead of dirt. And then part of it's a short section, maybe 10 metres, has been completely paved. So that bit's a bit nicer, but the bit just after that is also stones. And I'm sure a few weeks ago when I was volunteering, I heard someone say that that bit feels steeper. And I thought, obviously it's not, it's just what they're thinking. After running it on Saturday, I think it might actually be steeper. Not by much. And it's the last 100 metres or two of the hill. So that's the point where if there's any differences, your legs are really going to feel it. So I think that bit might actually be steeper.
Enjoy yourself, and thank you all for coming. Thank you for ready. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go!
Merry Christmas!
Oh, thank you.
Merry Christmas!
Oh, thank you.
That first K was 4:27. That's 55 seconds faster than Saturday. Did not expect that. At this point on Saturday, my left calf was pretty sore, but my knee was okay. Calf's fine today, and knee's okay. Oh no, not Orla! And that terrible Josh. Ugh.
Well, we'll soon slow down on the hill, won't we?
Good luck.
Thank you.
The second K was 4:51. Also about 50 seconds faster than Saturday. Somehow. Good stuff, well done. Finished the main hill at 12:17. That's 2 minutes faster than Saturday. Merry Christmas.
Oh, thank you.
Merry Christmas, buddy. .540 for the third K. 20 seconds faster. Thank you. Thank you. Very welcome. .457 for the third K, although I accidentally paused my watch for about 2 seconds, so it's probably about 4:55, which is also 20 seconds faster than Saturday. And also today's time is including the slight detours that I've made to hand out sweets. It's worth it. It's Christmas. Thank you.
How's the knee?
Oh, wonderful.
Gets you round.
Oh,
Gets you round.
certainly does.
I stupidly volunteered to be funnel manager, so I had to peg it round
Oh,
to get there in time to...
adds to the excitement. Merry Christmas.
Oh, lovely. Carry on.
Well
Thank
done.
you.
Well done, Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Merry Christmas. That was another successful park run. So that was 25 and change, maybe. I think I stopped my watch at 25 or 25:01. But again, that was after accidentally stopping my watch for just maybe 2 seconds. Because it was around 3.5K that I thought I'm starting to feel just a bit tired. But I wasn't sure exactly how far into the run it was. So I pressed the button on my watch to change it to show my distance. And then I accidentally pressed pause. But yeah, so I was a smidge over 25, don't know exactly how much. If I'm 25:01 or 02, no, 02 or 03, then I'll be very happy, because I need 2 and 3 for stopwatch bingo. And I've been so close to them so many times without getting them. My knee is a little bit achy again after the run, but that happened on Saturday as well. And I think that's kind of to be expected at the moment. I'll put the splits up to compare them actually. It'll be quite interesting to see. I know it says it's under 5K, it's I think it said 4.91 on Saturday, I'm not sure what today is. but I've had quite a big variation in what my watches think Camperdown is. I think it's just a combination of the trees and hills and some windy paths that make it register slightly shorter most of the time, but sometimes it does end up at 5k, and some people you see it shows up as more than 5k. But I've been told it's been measured multiple times and it is correct. I'm looking forward to seeing my graph on the 5k app, because Saturday would have been, well, it was a massive spike compared to my previous times, so it really stands out a lot. But then today it's going to be a pretty significant drop after that as well, so it'll be quite satisfying to see. Don't know how long it'll take to get back to my previous times, if I will, but still I'll keep trying, keep doing what I can. But still, I knocked 2.5 minutes off in, well, 2 days. So at this rate I'll be breaking the world record in a couple of weeks. There were some pretty thick patches of mud on the course today, but not too many. And it was much better than Saturday, because that was just muddy and wet and yuck. So it was still fun on Saturday. But I think the better conditions today definitely will have helped. And what I was saying earlier about that bit of path being steeper than it used to be, I really think it is. I think that person was right. My legs were feeling it more than I think they should have. Or at least more than they used to at that point, I think. And if not, I'll still tell myself that and act like that's a good excuse for being slower if I am. And I love that something like this can happen even on Christmas, whether it's a Saturday or not. And like every other parkrun, it's all down to the volunteers. They're the ones that make it happen. So that's kind of why I like to take something around for the volunteers. And a couple of years ago, I think I brought some celebrations or something and left it at the start line for the volunteers that were there, which is very nice of me. But I remember thinking, actually the marshals aren't getting anything, and they usually don't get to hear the big round of applause at the start as well for the volunteers, because they're already in place. So last year I did the same as this year. Took a bunch of bags of sweets with me and handed them out on the way, just to say thanks to the volunteers that helped make it happen. And the marshals have one of the most important and one of the loneliest jobs out of all the volunteers. Is, yeah, they get to see everyone, but only for a second. So it's much more lonely than being able to hang around at the start or finish and chat to the other volunteers, chat to people as you're scanning them, that kind of thing. I think that's about everything to be said for this video. And now I'm just going to get home, get warm, and enjoy the rest of Christmas.